Hello everyone. Welcome to People's Voice Season 6 in collaboration with influencers. How you all doing? I know it's been really long, perhaps more than a year now that we have not connected. And therefore I'm back with the People's Voice and this time with the influencers. Influencers, I believe, became part of everyone's life these days. It's not only the celebrities who can influence us, it's any common man who have passion for something that can influence people to follow their step is an influencer. And therefore I thought, why not explore the journey of influencers? And today we have someone very interesting, but I will not say much about him right now. Let me just first invite him. I believe he is already in the chat, so let's just send him an invite. Just a sec. So you guys can keep commenting, ask questions when we are in the conversation, and whenever and how much we can, we'll answer your query. And I'll be more than happy to hear your thoughts on our conversation. And if you already have questions, keep pouring in. I'll see as much as we can take it in short time. We'll try to answer your query. Let me just try. I believe I have. I think he'll be anytime here now. Hey, Hassan.
Hi.
Welcome to People's Voice. Welcome to People's Voice Season 6, Hassan.
Thank you for having me. It's really exciting to be on the first on this new season of this show. I'm very excited to be in there.
Pleasure is all mine. I and my audience are quite excited to know about you and the field you are in. It's very much interesting. And being the first speaker, I'm looking forward to know more about you as an influencer. So without much ado, let's just get into the conversation. Okay?
Yeah, sure. Let's do that.
Hassan, talk a bit about your journey. What made you embark the journey of an influencer?
Yeah. So to start with, actually, I didn't think about becoming an influencer or even reaching to this point, even in this field. When I started with a camera, as always. I mean, you start with a camera, and you start with an idea. So that was the spark of it all. I did not even intend to be that way, but I saw the interest of people and what I said and what I filmed in the camera itself. So gradually, it became let's say, the journey of Hassan, the influencer, and I took it from there.
Okay. I did read in your profile that when you got your first smartphone, you just got hooked into it, and that's the time like you started exploring techie world, if I'm not wrong.
No, that is very correct, actually, because before that, I mean, YouTube was very new at the time. I used to see tech videos in terms of devices because I developed an interest in these new devices. I mean, there's a new technology coming in. We were used to using the Nokia phones and so on, but when I saw the potential of these devices and the lack of videos coming in Arabic language, because mainly I speak in my videos in Arabic language. So that in itself was the motivation for me in actually doing this. And when I first bought my first smartphone and I had this camera laying around, I said, why not? Let me try it out. And it was actually, it was a good thing that I tried it out, because I saw the passion and me doing this. I saw the interest in other people in what I said and what I did in the video. So that was, let's say, the start of the ride itself.
That's interesting. Like your interest made other people know more about this tech world.
Yes,
And
exactly. And even reflecting in my experience, because what I saw was different than what other people saw. And whenever you try different stuff, you will have a different perspective, which might be unique and which might be beneficial to other people.
true, true, absolutely. And just like your journey, how it became in an interesting way, the name of your social media channels are also quite interesting. Xtacky. First, I was thinking, but after thinking so much, I think I explored the mystery. But I would like to hear from you, what Xtacky? Tacky. It's obvious it's for technology, but X, like why this name, not any other name?
Uh, you see, when I first started, it wasn't Xtechi, it was Hassan QZ. So it was my first name. Then I thought this channel might be expanding, so I need, let's say, a more brandish name. So I like the letter X. If you see it behind me, I mean, it's stated there on my wall. So I
Yeah,
like the letter X during our studies in preschool. So
yeah.
the letter X, you can have it the way you want. I mean, it can represent a number, it can represent a character, it represent an equation, it can represent anything that you need or you want it to be. So I like the letter X itself, and I attached it to techie because I wanted to become a techie. I mean, the term even was very new at the time. So the
Mhm.
term techie, I mean, so I like the term itself. So I attached both of them, and this is that was the start of the X techie brand.
True. It could be also X factor of your social media channel, X Tacky.
Yeah, I agree.
Uh, uh, as an influencer, I'm sure, Hassan, that it's not always an easy ride. There will be lots of challenges before you establish yourself, your brand, your different channels. So, what kind of a biggest challenge I would say you have faced so far in your journey?
Well, the biggest challenge is consistency because doing this not as a full-time job, I mean, it requires time and effort and obviously the money. And being consistent at that, and you have to remain focused, you have to remain in the zone, let's say, and remain looping these videos and creating them on a frequent basis and without tiring, without getting frustrated and so on. That was the biggest challenge actually for me.
Oh, okay, to have the consistency, but
Exactly.
because I read that you were first working with big brands in Kuwait market like Xcite, Best, and simultaneously you were trying to establish your passion as an influencer. So it was quite challenging for you, and I'm
Yes.
sure it can be with everyone, whoever juggling in two boats.
Yes, that is actually true. Because if you want to work with brands, you have to show that you have the same flow going through in and out. Otherwise, they will not work with you. And that was a big challenge for me as well, because you have to balance your personal life as well as your professional life and this new life that you chose for yourself, which is the influencer life.
Absolutely true. Uh, One of the things as an influencer or for anyone who have the social media channels, like not all your content will have a same response. Sometimes you work a lot on some content, and when you publish, you don't get the expected response. So how do you feel at that time? And if it's really negative feelings, how you cope up with it?
Uh, that's a very interesting question because you have to learn how to deal with it and you have to cope with it because the moment that you feel down about that, it might be destructive for what you are doing. And actually, that happened to me at some points of my influencing career
Mhm.
uh, because you will not always see the same numbers that you started with, but you have to keep going. And that was, let's say, that was my mistake because I was very keen into these numbers, and that happened. There was an inflation happening there. which caused me to, let's say, be concerned with these numbers and maybe not act upon it with a better way.
Right. So it can take toll on you, not the response that you are expecting. It might, especially your mental health can get affected if
Yes,
you're.
actually, that is very true. And we have a problem here, actually, if I may state that. Uh, if you post videos, I mean, people will not know the effort that you put behind it, and they will not appreciate that effort, unfortunately. I mean, I'm comparing this with other countries or with other regions. It's like when they see the video, okay, even if that video has a mistake, but they appreciate your effort, and I mean, adding a like button or pressing the like button it doesn't take any effort, and for sure you won't pay for it. But and doing that will also help us in doing our job. But the problem is that sometimes people say, no, I did not like what he said, so I will not give him a like button or even dislike, or even I will not continue watching, which affect us as well.
True. So taking the response to your heart, it's not a good thing, whether it's an extremely good response or not the expected response when you expected response when you get. So it's better to be neutral in the response when you react to your social media content.
Yes, exactly. You have to be neutral and you have to think on the other part as well. So why did they have this response back to me? You have to think reactively. I mean, you have to think from the other side as well. Otherwise, you'll
Right.
not grow. You'll not improve what you are doing.
Okay, all right. So one can look into the content, why the response is not what you have expected, but it's better not to take it too much to your mind and heart, that can affect your mental health. Because at the end of the day, it's just a content.
Yes, exactly. And I saw many people taking these into heart, and that did affect them negatively, and all the way leading to them leaving social media because I mean, you've been on social media. Social media sometimes can be very destructive to your mental or even psychological life, and if you leave that to affect you, it will bring you down with it. So you have to learn how to cope with it in a positive way.
Absolutely. Very well said, Hassan. With that, moving on to our another question, and we have touched upon it in our early conversation that you were working as a full time earlier, and then and simultaneously you were working as an influencer. You're trying to explore this side of your passion. So, how difficult, tough, or easy it was to juggle between the two jobs, one your full time and one which you wanted to make it full-fledged job in future. So how difficult or easy it was?
It was extremely difficult, especially given that your full-time job does take most of your time during the day, and coming back home and seeing your family, doing your social activities, then leaving time for you to do what you love and to, let's say, do and make these videos. The problem is that it is time consuming. I mean, both ways. The real time job, the daily job is time consuming because it will take most of your day and it will take most of your effort as well. So when you come back home, you will not feel motivated. You will feel tired and
Right.
standing in front of the camera, doing the recording the video, then doing the editing and so on. That also takes time and effort. So that was a very big challenge. I mean, juggling between both. Sometimes you have to give priority to one of, I mean, to one of over the other.
Yeah. So I believe it's more about balancing, managing your time. If you are really passionate about something which is not your full time, then you have to learn the skill of balancing as well as time management so that you can do justice to both the jobs.
Yeah, well said.
Hassan, with that, we are almost towards the end of our session. But before you leave, I would definitely want you to give some advice to our audience who are planning to embark on the same path as you are in.
Yeah, I mean, the biggest advice to give them is that if you see it in yourself that you want to do this, just go ahead and start. I mean, don't think about what you have in front of you. Don't think about the let's say if you have a large step, if you have some struggle, just go ahead and do it. And then after you do it, be consistent with it. Don't stop at any point of time. Don't listen to negative feedback in the bad way, because sometimes negative feedback allows us to grow even do better in what we are doing. So that is my own advice. Sometimes I hear people asking, but I need camera, I need equipment. Believe me, if you start the way that you have, I mean, with what you have currently, you will gradually reach that point when you see, okay, I have everything that I always did not think that I needed in the before, and it will be a very good journey for you.
Beautiful advice. Do what you want to do. Focus. Don't get distracted by the external factor, and most importantly, don't depend on equipments. As you grow gradually, your equipment's gadget will grow with you.
Exactly.
Very well said, Hassan. With that, thank you so much for sparing time for People's Voice Season 6. It's 6. It was great talking to you, and I'm sure our audience must have got some insight about your journey, and hopefully they get inspired with your talk and follow your path.
Yeah, that will be great. Thank you for having me, and I wish you all the success. And I mean, in this season, I can see we're we're off to the good start since you have me. No, I'm joking about that. So I really wish you best of luck in this season. I watched some episodes of the last season. I really liked what you are presenting, and I'm looking forward to your upcoming episodes.
Thank you so much, Hassan. Thank you so much for your kind words. I wish you
Thank
all
you,
the luck.
Nasima. Thank you. You too.
Thank you. Take care. Bye.
Bye.
With that, today it was our first episode with Hassan. Do let me know in comments, in DM, how you liked it, what you want to know more about the speakers, from them, from their journey, and I will try to cover all your comments in my next episode. Just for your info, this season, People's Voice will be on alternate days. It won't be every other day. It will be alternate day. So we will now see each other day after tomorrow. Till then, take care of your health. Bye bye.